Madrid are the Super Cup champions of the world. I got the keys, keys, keys. Don't you guys know that song? Beyonce and Akon. Okay, so this was the game that every Real Madrid fan, every football fan was looking forward to. Why? We're about to see, for the first time in a competitive game, Vini Jr., Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo. And the $1 million question was, how is it going to work? How are they going to set up? How are they going to play? Bearing in mind, first game without Toni Kroos. The first half didn't live up to expectation. And I'm here to tell you why. Okay, so in the first half, let's keep it short and sweet. Real Madrid were too direct. Why? I feel like the players know. We have Vini, we have Mbappe, we have Rodrigo, 3 of the fastest players in the world. So let's launch the ball into the channels and they run onto it. It didn't work. Let's look at Courtois. 6% long ball accuracy in the first half. Let's look at the first half and the second half. First half, 1 out of 12 of his long balls reached the Real Madrid player. 65% overall pass accuracy in the first half. Courtois kept going over the top. Rudiger going over the top. Militao going over the top. When you go over the top, you completely bypass the midfield. Fede Valverde wasn't getting on the ball. Tchouaméni wasn't getting on the ball. Jude Bellingham wasn't getting on the ball as much. I really feel like Real Madrid struggled without the one and only Toni Kroos, because Toni Kroos was known for this. Dropping deep, forming a little defensive trio, coming close to the goalkeeper, picking up the ball, dictating from deep. It's going to take a while for Real Madrid to adapt without Toni Kroos. But it got to a point, I was watching it, and it felt like the attacking players were getting annoyed of the constant long ball over the top. Have you ever seen Kylian Mbappe pick up the ball in his own half? Vini Jr. was dropping deep, picking up the ball in his own half. Rodrigo was dropping deep to pick it up. They wanted to play football on the ground. Now, all 4 of Real Madrid's star players, if we were to look at how many touches they had in the first half, Vini Jr., 25, Jude Bellingham, 34, Mbappe, 17. 17 touches of the ball in one half of football for Kylian Mbappe. And Rodrigo, 21. So, what changed in the second half? Let's look at the touches first. Vini Jr. had more touches of the ball in the second half, 38. Jude Bellingham, 47. Kylian Mbappe, 29. And Rodrigo, 30. What happened? Because Real Madrid's star players were getting onto the ball more. And it's no surprise every single one of them had a better second half. Let me tell you why. Jude Bellingham entered the frame. I got the keys. I want ownership. I want to take responsibility. I said earlier on in the video, when Real Madrid were playing too direct, they bypassed the midfield. You ignore the midfield. You go from defense to attack. Second half, Jude Bellingham started demanding the ball. He started dropping deep, picking up the ball. Now, a player of his skill set, dropping the ball deep, it's cash money. It's a game changer. Why? His ball carrying is ridiculous. When you look at Jude Bellingham, his physique, his strength on the ball, his dribbling, his big long strides whilst hurdling challenges, it is cash money. Atalanta couldn't get close to him. There were times where they were throwing 4 players at him and he was just outmaneuvering every single one of them. Now, the best thing about Jude Bellingham is he offers you that in the first phase. But then when he gets into the opposition half, cash money. Playmaking. He's got an eye for a pass. His chemistry with Vini Jr. is amazing. Creating a chance for Vini Jr. Should have scored. Creating a chance for Kylian Mbappe. Jude Bellingham was everywhere. Defensively, in midfield, in attack, in the second half. And it made the whole team play better. Like, Jude Bellingham was man of the match for a reason. He was amazing. But he capped his night off with an amazing assist. Let's look at it. The ball comes out wide to the left. Now, everybody was watching and thinking, just put the cross straight back in. Put the cross straight back in. How many times have you seen players panic in that area and just swing their foot at it? No. He held on to the ball. He turned to get himself on his favoured right foot. But kudos to Kylian Mbappe. Because initially, he dragged himself out wide to create space for a pass. But once he realized that the space was in the penalty area, he made the run, and now Jude Bellingham had the responsibility of having to put it on a plate. Put it in an area where all Kylian Mbappe has to do is run onto it and shoot it first time. He doesn't need to take a first touch. He doesn't need to dribble past anyone. Run and shoot. And that's exactly what Jude Bellingham done. The passing, the timing, and the accuracy. It was spot on. So, what did we learn? What did we learn from watching Real Madrid beat Atalanta to the 2024 European Super Cup? Number one, Carlo Ancelotti now holds the record for what? The most European Super Cups, leapfrogging Pep Guardiola. Number two, Real Madrid have too many good players, too many stars, too much technical quality to be playing long, to be playing Route 1. Like I said, I completely understand it. And sometimes it's what you have to do. But Real Madrid were doing it too much in the first half. And like I've said, when you play that way, your best players don't get on the ball. Fede Valverde, Tchouameni, Jude Bellingham, they weren't getting on the ball as much in the first half. And when you're constantly playing long to your attackers, these are players that want the ball to feed. Kylian Mbappe, he wants it to feed. The dribbling, the pace, the dynamism. Vinny Jr., we've all seen what Vinny Jr. can do on the ball. Jude Bellingham, they gave him the ball in the second half and he ran the show. Real Madrid need to keep playing direct as a plan B when the opportunity presents itself. But the plan A should always be play football on the ground. That's where their quality shows. Number three, Toni Kroos is a big miss. Toni Kroos, it's a big miss. Real Madrid need to adjust. They need to adapt to life without Toni Kroos. In my opinion, hot take, shall we call it? There is a player I would mould into that Toni Kroos replacement. Let's see if he can do it. Arda Güler. Mainly because we saw in the Euros, Arda Güler playing a bit more central. Arda Güler being the player responsible for Turkey to drop deep, dictate, pull the strength. The temperament is there. The maturity is there. The passing range is there. Physicality, he does need to raise in order to play week in, week out. Number four, a player that I feel like has gone under the radar, Eder Militao. I think he had a crazy performance. Mainly because this is a player that's come back from an ACL. Didn't really play much football last year, but he put in a powerhouse of a performance yesterday. And as long as he gets no more injuries, he is due to have a crazy season. But having said that, Real Madrid are the Super Cup champions of the world. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit that like. But most importantly, make sure to let me know what you think in the comments. And I will catch you guys on another one.